Hello, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having a most wonderful day and a most wonderful week. And as for me, I feel okay. Let's take this hamburger and pork and beans, and I'm going to show you how to make a simple dish I used to make when I would come home from school. Okay, you all, I'm back and I have put some water in my pan with my hamburger meat. And to season it, I'm just going to season it with salt, pepper, and onion powder. I read somewhere that these three seasonings give beef, it helps beef to bring out its natural flavor. Okay, you all, I'm going to let this cook a little bit, and I'll be back when it's time to break it down. Okay, I'm back, you all, so let's go ahead and start breaking this hamburger apart. And you all, the way I started making this when I was a little girl, anytime I got sick, my mama would make me she would make a shepherd's pie and give me some orange juice. And I never did like the bread on top of the shepherd pie. I just liked the filling on the inside. And so one day I asked her what she made it with. And so this is how I came up with this hamburger and bean concoction. To me, it's like a shepherd's pie without the topping, the inside of one. So anyway, you all, I'm going to let this continue to cook, and I'll bring you back in a little bit when it's time to stir it up a little bit more. Hey you all, I'm back. As you can see, this hamburger is cooking right along with the water. The water is just going to help absorb the extra oil coming out the hamburger. I just want to give you a quick little story time about this recipe as well while I'm standing here waiting on it to get done. Excuse me. When I was about 15 years old, it was the summertime, and one of my cousins stayed over at our house for a week. And so it was lunchtime, and he asked me, he said, "What you about to do?" And I said, "I'm going in the kitchen to make some lunch." And he said, "What are you making?" And I said, "Hamburger and pork and beans." And he said, "Don't nobody want no hamburger and pork and beans. That is not going to be good." And I told him, "Well, if you want some lunch, that's what you're going to eat, because that's all I'm making." Y'all, when I got through with the hamburger and the beans, I told him to come taste it and see how he liked it. I came back around the corner again to get me some more hamburger and beans. You all, when I tell you he ate the whole frying pan, he ate the whole frying pan. He didn't even leave me. I think I got a corner of it, and it was so funny because he kept saying and being very adamant about the fact that he does not want hamburgers and beans. And this is also a meal that I used to make for one of my sisters when she was little. And this was my favorite meal that I would make for her. Well, not my favorite meal, but it was the meal that she liked that I made the most when she was little. Okay, you all, I'm going to let this continue to cook. I'll be back when it's time to drain it. And this meal doesn't take long at all. Once this hamburger's done and we throw the beans in, we're basically done. I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, the hamburger is cooking right along, and it's almost done. Okay, you all, I'll be back after I strain the extra juice off of the hamburger. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I have strained this hamburger. The next thing we're going to do is pour our 2 cans of pork and beans in and include the juice. Now, if it has that little hunk of fat piece, you can go ahead and pull that out. And normally, you all, I like Van Camp pork and beans, but they didn't have any when I went to the store today. Now we want to incorporate these beans. And you all, I don't have a recipe for this. I just something I've been making so long. This is just how I do it. Okay. Now I should have used a bigger pot. So let me think about that. Should I use a bigger pot? Hang on, y'all. I'm going to change my pots and I'll be right back because I don't want this to spill over. Okay, you all, I'm back and I have changed pots. And I hope you all can see in here. Okay, so all we have in here right now is the hamburger and the pork and beans. So next, I'm going to add some ketchup. And like I told you all, I don't have a recipe for this. I just do what I do because I've made it so long. Then I like to add a little bit of brown sugar. I'm going to add just a dash of Texas Pete hot sauce. Maybe 2 dashes. Well, I think that was 3 or 4. And I'm also looking for my minced onions. And then you all I have to do is stir this up, taste it, and that's it. You can make this hot. You can make it on the sweet side. You can, sometimes I add cayenne pepper, but I don't have any. So next I'm going to do is chop onions. So I added the hot sauce instead. So I'm just going to add some chopped onions. And remember, this is something I used to make as a teenager. So it would be just something real quick when I would come home from school and make this. Okay, let me rinse off my spatula. And we're going to stir this up. And I'll let it cook for a few minutes and taste it. And it'll be done. Now let me just see, because I'm looking for a certain color consistency. I'm hoping you all, let me see, can I lean you? If you all can, well, I tell you what, I'll take this thing down in just a second and let you look in the pot so you can really see what I see. Okay, you all, I'm going to add just a tad more ketchup. And just a pinch of salt to balance out that sweet. Okay, now I'm going to get a spoon and taste this juice. But first, let me take you down into the pot and let you see what it's looking like. Okay, you all. This is what I call hamburger and beans. I'll bring you back in a few minutes when everything gets to boiling and mixing together. Okay, you all, I'm back. And the one thing I forgot to put in here is, if you saw on the top, is a squirt of mustard. And that's it. And you all, just like that, these beans and hamburger, they're done. I'm going to take you down in this pot one more time, and then I'll put it in the bowl so that we can taste it. Okay, this is what the finished hamburger and pork and beans are looking like. Just a quick, simple, fast meal. Okay, I'll be right back, you all, to show you, to do the taste test. Okay, you all, I'm back, and this is my finished bowl of hamburger and beans. Now let's get ready to taste this. Okay, I'm gonna let the first bite, y'all can see it's hot. I'm gonna let the first bite go to you. Now let's taste this. Okay, y'all. That's really good, and I'm not just saying that. Anyway, I hope you all have a most wonderful evening and a most wonderful meal. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Mm.